Hey everyone, welcome back to Comics Experiment, the show where every week I get together with my buddies and we chit-chat about concepts and stuff happening within the world of comics. From philosophies to jokes to lists, we go over it all and decide if we like it, dislike it, and what's wrong with it all. Well, this week, as you can tell, things are a bit different and a bit weird. You see, myself and the entire crew are moving the set to this location. The point is to be able to record our Dungeons and Dragons stuff, our video game stuff, and other podcasts and stuff along those lines. But we're still in the middle of the move, and therefore we were not going to have an episode for you this week. That is, until I got a unique email, something amazing. So as many of you know, we covered the Berserker comic book right here on the channel about a week and a half ago. If you missed it, it's because the notification didn't go out because it's too graphic and it was age restricted, but I'll put the link down below. But this also has allowed me to have the opportunity to interview Keanu Reeves. You see, Boom Studios is going around looking for people to talk to Keanu Reeves about that comic. And since we covered it, we came up in their list and they're like, hey, Comicstorian, do you want to talk to Keanu Reeves? And I was like, yeah, I will totally talk to Keanu Reeves. Now it's a shorter interview because he was pressed for time, but we're now going to cut to my 10-minute discussion with Keanu Reeves, Matt Kindt, and Ron Gurney, the three individuals who are creating the Berserker comic. Keanu Reeves and Matt Kindt are the writers behind it, and Ron Gurney is your artist on it. And if I got any of their names wrong or mispronounced it, annotations will be up right now to correct that. But let's cut to the interview right now, and I hope you guys enjoy. So how are you guys doing? I hope you're enjoying the probably countless interviews you're doing today.
Yeah, it's been fun. I love Berserker. I like talking about it.
Awesome. Well, that's going to lead to my first question then. The one you probably heard at least 80 times today. How did the project start?
I went to meet with the publisher Boom Studios on a general meeting. And I pitched, I didn't really pitch. I just told them this idea I had of a character that maybe punches through people's chests and, really, half man, half God. And then they looked at me and they were like, do you want to make a comic book? And I was like, yeah. And then I kind of looked around and went, oh yeah, you guys make comic books. Like, oh yes, we do. And then the process started, and they put the team together. The legendary team everywhere. Raphael Grampa is conceptual artist. Matt Kindt is the writer. Ron Gurney, illustrator artist. Colorist Bill Crabtree, letterer Clem Robbins, and great editor and Eric Harburn and Matt Gagnon. And so it's like, for me, it was, having never done it before, to be able to work with such it's on your t-shirt, Ron, legendary artists and really cool people. It's been really something special.
That's awesome. Well, since you brought up Ron, I'll direct a question over at you. I've actually followed your work for quite some time. You're one of those artists that I've been following, and I didn't realize I was following until I looked up the history. It's like, oh, I've read that. I loved the art in that. Oh, he's one of the guys I've been following and wasn't aware of. So my question is, what was it like going from your previous work? Because I noticed you didn't have any independent stuff when I went through the Wikipedia of all of your history and realized I'd been following your work for so long. How was it to go from big name superheroes to going over to doing this independent work and working with Keanu and Matt on this one?
Well, I did do a creator own called Men of Wrath, which was, independent. But to go, well, I had been with Marvel and DC for so many years, and I hadn't planned on getting involved in something so like this. It just sort of came to me, and I have to, give a shout out to Matt Gagnon and for giving me the call to see if I was available. I mean, if it weren't for him, I might not even be doing this. So that was pretty great, getting a call from him, and then how it all unfolded. So, but it's hard to explain. It's almost like taking all of the characters I've done throughout the years, which there have been, countless,
right,
and rolling them all into this one book, and I've been able to draw on all my experience with all these other different characters and things and stories and that I've worked on, and because this thing is just so dense in in detail and meaning and everything else, and ideas that it's been nothing but a blessing, really. I mean, to go from all that and then to be able to do it all in one thing, one epic thing. So yeah.
Your artwork's been incredible. It's very visceral. And when I looked through and realized you had done Wolverine before in the
like that
past, and
word.
you've done Savage, I was like, that makes sense how you've done that, like why it feels so just spot on to get that vibe of Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves tearing people apart. Like I know his name is
It's
B,
not-
but he's
it's
obviously
not B.
drawn like you.
Keanu
so-
Reeves. There we
Yeah,
go.
it's Keanu Reeves doing it. It's not B.
Yeah.
Which brings me to a question I had for you, Matt. I've been following your work since Valiant, Bad Idea, everything you've been doing. I was going to ask how you got involved in this, but Keanu, you kind of filled me in that you were brought in by Boom. What was it like to get the call that you were going to be working on this storyline with him?
Yeah, it was a funny one. I remember I'd done a couple books with Boom already, and like most of my stuff is independent, so I don't really look to collaborate very often. But they called and like, "Hey, Keanu's got an idea. Would you be interested in maybe co-writing?" And I was like, "Well, what's the idea?" And they kind of gave me the broad outline. I was like, "Okay," but I was like, "Is there more?" And they're like, "Yeah, let him tell you what it is." And so when he pitched it to me, and like, it's not just a guy punching through the chest. I mean, that's the hook, right?
Right.
But then he pitched an idea for like kind of an ending for the thing, or like the bigger picture that we haven't gotten to yet. We're getting to in the last arc, and that was the thing that hooked me. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's something I haven't seen before. That's something I'm interested in. It'd be fun to explore." And then yeah, I'm just kind of picky. I don't really collaborate with a lot of people, and so
I've noticed that from your history. Like I said, I have followed your work for quite a bit. You just kind of do your own thing and just kind of ignore everyone else, it seems.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't like to collaborate, or if I just, but I think if you just have to be careful who you pick to work with, and I couldn't ask for two better collaborators. Oh my God, it's been so great and fun, and it makes me want to collaborate more, but I can't imagine it being this good every time.
It probably won't be. It sounds like you guys do have the dream team. So Keanu, you said that you brought the original idea over and that got the ball rolling on this whole thing. So it says, Matt, you just explained that you guys have like an end goal already. This isn't I'm assuming this isn't intended to be like a 500 issue storyline and you're going to be writing comics for the rest of your career. Are there plans to expand this lore beyond what your original ideas were?
Yeah, so originally Boom was, gave us 12 issues, and the idea was to do 3 4-issue arcs, so to do 3 volume collections.
Okay.
So we took that on board to try and help craft the way that the series developed. Matt and I really kind of ideas that go track longer through the series, ideas about the ending. And then we also just kind of make stuff up. Where does each issue take us, right? Like, here's this issue. Well, what's the next issue? Where do we want to go? And then Boom brought up the idea of potentially doing what they call specials.
Okay, like a one-shot anniversary kind of thing?
Yeah, like annuals. Yeah.
Doing annuals, doing like 4 annuals a year and get other artists to write and draw and color.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like a great way to expand upon it and kind of dive into more ideas behind B and his history and stuff going on with the character.
Yeah, exactly.
How is writing this comic or coming up with the idea or collaborating, how is this different than making a movie? You've got a long history of movies, but this is the first comic I could find that you've sat down and said, I'm making a comic today.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I think they have similarities in terms of like words and pictures and characters and storytelling, but I would say the similarities are like, Ron's the like DP and the production designer, Matt's the writer, Bill Crabtree's kind of the colorist, Clem is doing, well, he's lettering, so maybe he's subtitles.
He's the sound. He's doing the sound on it.
Oh, that's right. Sound.
Yeah.
Right.
Sound.
Clem is sound. So it has those similarities and the collaborative aspect of it. That it takes a bunch of people to bring it together.
And boom, I'm back. Hey, yeah, so that was the interview. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm actually filming this intro and outro before I got to do the interview. So wasn't it funny the moment that Keanu Reeves said the thing about the thing? And wasn't I so witty and clever and totally not fan-struck? Because I probably was fan-struck. But either way, yeah, we're making some moves here at Comicstorian. We're trying to make some changes. We're trying to get with the times. And I just wanted to show you guys what we're working on. This is the wall that I'm going to be doing a lot of these on-camera discussions here. And I'm hoping to bring you a weekly kind of broad topic discussion, such as why is manga doing better than comic books? Are comic books woke? What about Wolverine and why should we care? Are just a few of the topics I'm exploring, possibly bringing as a broad on the camera discussion for you, the people over here. But this also means you're going to be getting new stuff here, such as Comics Experiment being on a new set. And if you're curious about that Dungeons and Dragons thing I mentioned, or about the gaming channel, both those links are going to be down below. We should be bringing you some Gotham Knights coverage very soon, or it's already out, and we should be bringing you more Dungeons and Dragons game featuring superheroes, medieval high fantasy, and horror campaigns. All of those links are going to be down below. There's a lot of changes coming to Comicstorian, but I don't want anyone to panic. We're still going to bring you full stories as quickly as we can, still going to bring you complete stories as quickly as we can, and you're just going to get more stuff. So make sure you click all the links down below if you want to support us, and just let me know your thoughts on that interview with Keanu Reeves, because I'm excited about doing it in about 45 minutes, so I hope it went well. Thank you. I'll see you guys next time.